Ever found yourself trapped in a conversation with someone passionately arguing for something seemingly nonsensical? It's a familiar frustration, the feeling of being surrounded by oblivious individuals who seem to ignore facts and logic. But before labeling others as idiots, it's essential to recognize the complexity of this phenomenon. In this video, we explore the psychological and societal factors that make it seem like idiots abound. Understanding these forces can cultivate patience and empathy, offering insights that might even reveal our own occasional foolish tendencies. While the prevalence of apparent idiocy may persist, gaining awareness of its roots equips us to navigate a world that sometimes lacks common sense. The Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias where people with limited knowledge or skills tend to overestimate their abilities. This leads them to make overly confident statements and unwise decisions, all while being unaware of their own shortcomings. For example, someone with minimal expertise in administration might confidently propose solutions to intricate policy problems despite their limited understanding. From their viewpoint, they genuinely believe in the brilliance of their ideas. It's not a deliberate attempt to mislead. Rather, it stems from a genuine lack of awareness regarding the gaps in their knowledge. Ironically, the same incompetence that leads to poor decisions also hinders the ability to recognize and acknowledge mistakes. Indeed, the boisterous confidence of an uninformed opinion can be quite irritating. When we observe a lack of self-awareness, coupled with unwarranted certainty, it triggers a perception of foolishness. In contrast, those with high competence adopt a different stance. They acknowledge their own limitations and approach intricate subjects with careful consideration. Interestingly, high achievers often downplay their capabilities, while those with lower competence tend to overstate theirs. This dynamic results in perceptions that don't align with the actual reality of individuals' abilities. Assumptions about intelligence. Assumptions about intelligence often stem from a narrow view that links it to specific skills or abilities. This oversimplified perspective can lead to overlooking the diverse ways in which individuals express and excel in their intelligence. For example, someone may be adept at logical reasoning and mathematics, but face challenges in emotional intelligence or creativity. Conversely, another person might showcase remarkable artistic or musical talents while finding scientific concepts daunting. These differences underscore that intelligence is not a singular trait, but rather a complex combination of various cognitive abilities. Acknowledging and appreciating these variations enables a deeper understanding of intelligence, emphasizing that people leverage their minds uniquely to thrive in different domains. Negativity bias. Negativity bias is a psychological tendency wherein individuals give more attention and significance to negative experiences and information. We have a propensity to focus on and remember unpleasant interactions or events more than positive ones. This preference for negativity is rooted in the fact that negative events tend to have a more profound impact on our mental state. Minor frustrations or criticisms can overshadow our entire day. Whereas compliments or positive interactions often don't have as powerful an influence, this tendency extends to our perceptions of people as well. We tend to form negative impressions more quickly, sometimes based on just one or two unfavorable interactions. On the other side, it often takes numerous positive experiences to overturn these initial negative opinions. Additionally, negative information tends to carry more credibility and perspectives. Our inclination is to give more weight to the negatives over the positive ones. Criticism or opposing views tend to capture our attention. This stems from our evolutionary wiring, where our brains develop to be vigilant and prioritize threats or challenges. However, in the present-day context, this automatic tendency can lead us to be overly critical, harsh, and pessimistic in situations where adopting a more balanced and realistic approach would be healthier. Being aware of negativity bias can help us consciously compensate for it. Filter bubbles. It's incredibly easy to find ourselves in a state of intellectual isolation, surrounded only by viewpoints and opinions that mirror our own. social media algorithms and personalized news feeds tailored content to our preferences and beliefs, forming a closed loop that limits exposure to opposing views. Gradually, being consistently exposed to information and ideas that echo our worldview can cultivate an us versus them mentality. This tendency makes it simpler to dismiss or dehumanize those on the other side. Consequently, encountering differing opinions, especially strongly held ones, can evoke a sense of threat. This tendency leads individuals to perceive those outside their bubble as less intelligent or uninformed, instead of acknowledging the validity of alternative perspectives. To counteract this trend, it's crucial to actively seek out information and interact with different viewpoints. Doing so not only broadens empathy and enhances critical thinking skills, but also serves as a reminder that those with differing opinions are human beings as well. Lack of intellectual humility. Intellectual humility refers to the capacity to acknowledge that one's beliefs and opinions might be mistaken. It entails being open to learning, being willing to adjust views in light of new evidence, and recognizing that intelligent and thoughtful individuals can hold diverse perspectives on complex issues. Conversely, a lack of intellectual humility can result in the dismissal of alternative views and opinions. In the absence of humility, people become overly attached to their own views and may presume that those who disagree are unintelligent or misinformed. This mindset hinders personal growth and complicates perspective, is unequivocally right, and anyone opposing it must be absolutely wrong. This rigid stance creates unnecessary division. Intellectual humility, on the other hand, allows people to acknowledge that truth often resides between extremes. It fosters collaboration and understanding, even in the midst of disagreement. A touch more openness and a bit less dogmatic confidence in our infallibility could make a significant difference. When faced with people we might perceive as less intelligent, it's wise to respond with thoughtfulness and constructiveness. Foremost, refrain from hastily dismissing others as idiots before hearing them out. Approach interactions with empathy, patience, and intellectual humility. Additionally, actively engage with individuals holding different views to challenge your own thinking, broadening your knowledge, and avoiding a narrow mindset, and crucially regularly question your assumptions, recognizing that we all harbor cognitive biases. Acknowledging that the perception of being smarter than others may be rooted in arrogance rather than reality is crucial. If you enjoy exploring the intricacies of human psychology and behavior, you might like our video on the 9 intriguing types of intelligence. This video delves into the different ways people excel in various domains, providing a comprehensive view of the multifaceted landscape of intelligence. You'll find the link in the description below. Limited exposure to different views. In the digital age, our information sources are often customized to align with our existing beliefs and preferences. Social media algorithms and personalized news feeds create virtual echo chamber where we are predominantly exposed to content that reinforces our own perspectives. This limited exposure to diverse viewpoints can create a distorted sense that they are less informed or intelligent. The echo chamber effect not only shapes our understanding of the world but also influences how we perceive the intelligence of others. When our information diet lacks diversity, it becomes easier to dismiss alternative perspectives, and this can contribute to a sense that those who hold different views are somehow less knowledgeable. The intelligence of those around us. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone special.